Hey, fellow explorers, it's me, Mario. Today, let's talk about automobile. Now that I know the right pronunciation of it, I'm pretty happy. I had to search for it on YouTube. I used to say automobile, but yeah, English can be tricky sometimes. So, automobile, it's a great car. Well, the first reason because it's so great, it's down on the card. Like 3 coins for 3 points is just an amazing conversion. It's going to be incredibly good at the end of the game, but it's already very good at the start of it. So it's the best conversion you can get out of an item, 3 coins for 3 points. So that already makes automobile pretty good. Then it's a two value card, so it's not as great as like the dog or the aeroplane, but it's still a two value card that it's pretty decent. Why is it so? Well, the first thing is that compasses are an amazing resource in Arnak. Like, do you remember when I was talking about arrows and how they are good pretty much all the time to have good conversions from the resource track? Well, the same is can be said about compasses overall. Like compasses are the best currency. Like coins get old fast. In the second half of the game, they're not as useful anymore, other than from a few guardians or some good steps on the research track. While compasses are always good, they can always be converted into good resources thanks to the exploration mechanic. You can go and explore and get an idol and get good resources out of it. And sometimes you're going to defeat the guardians, I would say most of the times, but sometimes you can also leave it there and spend the resources in other ways. So compasses are good, and compasses can always buy artifacts, and they can make up for good conversions later in the game. So compasses are always useful. And the second reason it's so good, it's because you get compasses immediately. Like it's an instant action, so you don't have to use your whole turn to do that. And that's very relevant. Sometimes playing the dog to get like 3 compasses, it's going to have you lose a good spot in the level 2 sites or just lose the spot that you wanted on level 1's one. Or sometimes you really want an artifact that's more uncommon, but sometimes you really want an artifact, you don't have the compasses, you have to play a card and wait a turn to get it, and somebody else takes it. So this is more relevant, of course, in 3 players and 4 players, and less relevant in 2 players, but it's still pretty important. So 2 compasses are great because you can get them instantly, and because compasses are very versatile and can be converted in other resources or in points quite easily, I would say. The last thing, because automobile is a great car, is because in the top left corner there are 2 cars. So even if you don't need those compasses, even though again compasses are pretty much always useful, you can use it to explore a level 2 site and be happy with it. This card is more relevant on the snake side of the temple because on the snake side of the temple, most of the rewards you get are not going to be compasses. So you really need good sources of compasses out of your deck. So that's why it's more relevant. But the 2 cars are more relevant on the bird side because there are 2 level 2 spots where you can use them. So there's that. I mean, why this card might not be great? Well, it's still a 2 value card. It's not an amazing rate. Like it's not again aeroplane or dog, but it's still decent. So I would say that you should take it most of the times when it's out on offer. The only few times I skipped on it is because I already had like 3 idols and there was a brush I could spend my coins on, or well, because I didn't have enough coins, or because I had enough compasses. But that happened, I think, once. I probably had already airplane and steamboat. So there's that. Automobile, pretty good. Take it whenever you can.